Well, here we are on a Friday.
Hey, it's Friday.
Friday.
Weekend's looking right at us.
Oh, yeah, morning crackers. It's Friday. And still, you know what? I'm going to tell you, I can't wait till Monday because they're saying 61 degrees on Monday.
All the snow we just got's going to melt off.
I hope so, man.
I hope so, too.
I want it gone. You know what I mean? Like gone.
Done with.
You know, snow, some people say, oh, it's such a winter wonderland. Well, move north.
Right.
You know, I want the beautiful glistening of sun bouncing off beautiful leaves. That's what I want.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
We want to see some spring.
Yeah. Well, some people, I think, have lost their ever-loving minds if it comes to driving. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't see very many people that have snow shovels down here. Do you?
No, not many at all.
So you got these people with spades out there, and some of them, you know what I mean, garden spades.
Right.
And, you know, they're doing their thing. But guess what? If it doesn't do this, you don't have to shovel. Then that's something.
Right.
You know what I mean? To you?
It is.
Yeah. So, you know, it is what it is. But welcome, Springfield and the area, the Ozarks area. We know what you're doing. You're looking forward to this weekend. You're looking forward to, you know, getting off of work.
Yeah, definitely. That's what fun time's about, weekends.
Oh, man. You know, and we're right around the corner from beautiful weather.
Yes.
From actually going out and doing things. Yeah, like people got stir crazy the last few days. They really did. I did notice some kids sledding. That was kind of cool to see. I mean, they had, you know, some of them, they had the little circle saucers. I didn't see a proper toboggan or sled, but I did see a lot of them, you know, the black garbage bags.
Yeah.
Contractor bags.
Yep.
Sliding in them. Okay, and that works.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, anyways, it's a Friday show. It's going to be a quick show today because we got things to do.
We do.
Right?
Get that weekend going.
So, I promised everybody that I was going to talk about Doja's business. Okay? Wall of receipts. Now, I don't know why, but for some reason, the media in this country wants to tear Elon Musk down. Have you noticed that?
I've noticed that. It's like he's trying to accomplish a lot.
Is it
a lot of these departments we don't even need.
Well, is it because his ethnicity is South African? Is that why they're doing it?
I know. It's almost racist, right?
Well, he got his American citizenship in 2002.
Yeah.
For the people that didn't know. Also, he's doing all of this for free. And then you saw, who's the cow that comes on? I believe it's MSNBC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she came up, Mad Cow.
Mad cow.
Yeah.
Disease.
She came up and she's like, well, don't you think that it's terrible when, this is how she framed it, when Elon Musk gets rewarded for $400 million? Yeah. And then he's going through, okay. And she framed it as Donald Trump was the one that gave Elon Musk this $400 million. You know what the truth is?
Yeah.
That came from Biden. Biden awarded.
That is absolutely 1,000% truth.
It is.
Yeah.
So what's the problem, folks? We got a guy that's going through and finding billions of dollars in waste. Billions of dollars. I have never seen more people complain about the thing that they wanted to have done than this time. How about you?
I agree. I mean, too many people complaining. I think a lot of people complaining about the food prices and all this. But, yeah, they're going through cutting all this.
Like, you know, it's the Associated Press saying, well, they've only found $34 million in people over 100 that weren't supposed to get Social Security. Let me say that again. The Associated Press was complaining because Elon Musk and his team, forensic auditors of Doge,
yes,
only found $34 million in Social Security that was being sent to people that were no longer around over the age of 100 years old.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And a 364-year-old was getting it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Can you tell them people just to be quiet, Grud?
Yeah, definitely. And then telling like the Social Security deal that we were talking about yesterday's show.
Yeah.
31 million dead people were getting Social Security. How
Yes.
is that possible?
Yeah, and that's the number from Associated Press.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, some of them say, well, they weren't all passed away. Some of them were just mistakes. Well, thank you for finding those mistakes.
Right.
Because they're getting between $769 and $2,879. That's how much you're getting.
Yeah.
Now, times that, go to the low number, times it by 31 million. See where you're at? That's billions, people. Billions.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just kind of my rant. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
just let him do the work. Okay. If it doesn't matter what he does, he could literally cure some disease. Like he could cure an STD and people would find a way to yell about him, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. Friday show. Wanted to do something special today. Greg, do you know anybody that doesn't like hot chocolate?
No, those people I know love hot chocolate.
Love hot chocolate.
Yes.
So I've got this company, Food and Wine. They tasted every instant hot chocolate that they could find, and they ranked them. What do you think? You want to hear it?
Let's hear it.
Okay, best overall hot chocolate. It's Varges chocolate. Le Besserine. What do you think of that?
Was it French?
Yeah, it's something like that. How about Le Coco hot chocolate?
Yeah.
Does it sound good to you?
Sounds good to me, too.
How about Starbucks double chocolate hot cocoa mix? Now it's $15 on Amazon, it's $8 at Target, and it's $7 at Walmart. So does that seem backwards to you?
It does.
You know, it is what it is. But sitting next to your honey
Yep.
with a hot cup of chocolate
Yep.
and watching a really good movie.
Yep. With a little fire on the fireplace going.
Yeah, well, playing footsie down at, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
We're giving them gold right here. Silly Cow Farm hot chocolate mix. What do you think of that?
Huh.
It's allergen free. Then they got the good old Swiss Miss.
Miss.
You know,
Oh,
you think Swiss Miss is that great? I mean, it's better than nothing, but
Better than nothing. And I like the one with the marshmallows already in it.
yeah, I kind of like that one too. That's a Kid Mess.
It is.
But I don't know if Great Value is better or Swiss Miss. I'd love to hear about it. If you'd like to ask us about it, morningcrankers@gmail.com.
Exactly.
And then Nestle Rich Milk Chocolate. Now, I've had Nestle recently.
Yeah.
It's not like it was when we were kids.
Oh, disappointing then.
Yeah, it's not near as sweet. It doesn't have that, like, just melt in your mouth flavor anymore.
Right.
Now, if you really want to get ahead of the game, if you want to become a pro at making hot chocolate,
Yep.
you need to get yourself a Coca-Motion.
Coca-Motion.
Yeah. It's a kitchen appliance that heats and spins homemade hot chocolate.
Ooh.
So you take
okay.
whole milk, you take a little vanilla, you take some cocoa, the real, I'm talking like the Hershey's goodness,
Oh,
cocoa. You put it in there with your sugar.
right.
You hit the button, you walk away. What do you think of that?
I like that idea, man. That really sounds good.
Oh, yeah, especially this kind of weather.
Oh, warm the body up.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
that right.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's just my little treat that I thought I'd play for today. I pulled up another thing about baking bread, but then I thought I'd make you feel bad.
Oh, everything. Bacon makes everything better. Didn't I ever said that?
I think, yeah. This is something that, I don't know, maybe we should be paying attention to. Have you heard about the problem in New York in the prisons?
No, I have not.
Listen to this. The New York governor has now deployed National Guard because of illegal corrections officers' strike at state prisons. New York Governor Kathy Hochul has deployed National Guard troops to secure state-run prisons amid a wildcat strike by corrections workers. Picketing and striking by corrections officers took place at around 30 state prisons as of Wednesday morning, according to union officials. Hochul said that the National Guard troops are being deployed Wednesday, but she did not immediately specify where. What do you think of this? I found this like on day 2 of the AP stuff. Why didn't we hear about this going on in the Ozarks?
I don't know. They keep everything quiet to the people.
But I think about this, Attica. Okay, you think about a terrible prison with some of the worst people in the world that we don't want getting into our society.
Yep.
The first 2 that come to mind to me are Pelican Bay and Attica.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they be your first 2?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, 3,500 members of the National Guard had to take over doing things like distributing meals, medication, just keep order, keep wellness in the facilities. But the funny part is they're being really quiet about what they're striking about. Isn't that kind of weird?
That is weird.
Now, listen, the National Guard are there because of something that was caused by them striking in 1971. Did you know that?
Did not know that.
Yeah, there was a huge massacre of people inside Attica because of exactly what's going on here right now. Now, they're saying that the strike is illegal. What do you think of that?
It's illegal? Well, if it is illegal, then that brings up a whole different...
Well, it does. It brings up a whole different... Like, you can't just leave prisoners in there to die of starvation. You can't not give them medicine. You can't not allow them to do their religious practices, right?
Right.
So, but check this out. It's the NYSCOPBA. The NYSCOPBA. Say that 5 times fast.
NYSCPBA.
They're saying that this has to do with pay. They want heightened searches of prisoner visitors and reversal of recent prison reforms that limit solitary confinement. So, I don't know why that would have anything, but I'm not saying anything because I know they have a damn tough job.
Oh, most certainly, yeah. I mean, that's some of the toughest work in America right there.
It is. And, you see them have to go through the things that they do, get physically threatened, things like that. But is there enough money?
Maybe not. Maybe they're not.
At some point, people have to say, okay, well, this is the state. Because for some reason, Americans have just been like, well, if the government would just pay it with what money? Because at the end of the day, our government is supposed to be revenue neutral.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, think about this. They just did a study, and they came up, the 20 richest people in our Congress are worth $5.08 billion.
That's craziness.
I want you to think about this. From people that were making $174,000 a year.
Jeez.
So tell me, how do those numbers compute? Am I missing something?
No, you're not missing a thing. The thing is, what they do, this is what Doge has been all about, finding all the corruption. I think there's been a lot of corruption going on in Congress for years.
I think you're probably right.
Oh, yeah. The crankers.
So, anyways, I hope that they get that figured out, and I hope that they're okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
all sides. But I want to bring this story up here. I'm saving my really fancy one. No, you know what? Let me come back to the Springfield story. Let me talk about this. How do you think that girl looks there? Do you think she's pretty?
She's a pretty girl.
Okay, her name is Lily Phillips. Okay. Now, Lily Phillips is an OnlyFans star. You know what OnlyFans is?
Yes.
Okay. It's kind of like Only Dads, but worse.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay, so OnlyFans, this girl wanted to be famous. Okay, it's not enough that she's making millions of dollars on her OnlyFans, sharing what God gave her type thing. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to get in the headlines, and she wanted to do 100 guys in 24 hours. Okay? 100 guys in 24 hours. That's really bad, right?
Yeah.
Well, she went on, and she actually did a little bit further. 1,057 in 24 hours.
Wow.
1,057 guys in 24 hours, and she became a media sensation. Okay, why do we hype people up like this? Please tell me.
I don't know. And everybody's always looking for that entertainment value.
Well, here's the thing. I feel bad because Lily Phillips, you are about to drag 1,057 men through hell. And why do I say that? Well, in the words of Maury Povich, it's either going to be, you are the father, or you are not the father.
And it could take Maury all year long. This show could last all year.
Yeah, literally, she's pregnant. What do you do with that? Okay, and my question is, were these guys pre-qualified, like, in order to be in this, what would you call that? Spectacle?
Yeah.
Okay. In order to be in this spectacle, you have to make at least $250 a year.
Right.
And if you don't make $250 a year, then you can't be part of this. I mean, did she plan this out to get, or is this some sick mind thing that she wants to have a child, unfortunately, in what she does? I know I'm gonna take some flack for this, but I don't really care. She was looking for some media. She got the media, and now, because of that, she's got a young one coming too. What do you think of that, Greg?
I think guy got set up, man.
Yeah, I think it was a setup.
It sounds like it.
Well, okay, so supposedly she's got a boyfriend. Okay.
Yeah.
How many guys do you know that would be okay with their future wife? I mean, you've got to take this lady in front of your mother one day.
Yeah.
To have the record for that many guys in one day.
Right.
You know what I mean? What do you think about that?
Oh, man. To be a ant on the wall to hear what her mom has to say to her.
Well, she announced it on Instagram. Baby bump, baby Phillips. That's what she's saying. Ryan Poundwell from Pillow Talk asked her, "Are you going to do the 1,000 dudes pregnant thing? Congrats. Who the is the dad?"
Right.
Now, American minds want to know.
Right.
What do you think? I mean, how do you deal with something like this?
This is crazy. Imagine going to the courthouse with all those guys trying to figure out who the dad is.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine
lining them up doing the P test.
Yeah, well, I don't. Is it a P? No,
I'm pretty sure
it's a swab.
A swab?
Yep, they'd swab.
Is that what it is? I didn't know.
But imagine this. I don't know. Maybe there's a way they can do it when it's still before it's born.
Right.
But could you imagine being one of the 1,000 dudes?
Right.
That are sitting there wondering, am I going to have to play the role of a father now?
Right.
Especially the role of a father of this type of woman that did this act. I mean, what if that was you?
I'd be in bad shape.
Yeah, I think any guy is going to be in bad shape from this. It's terrible. It is what it is. But you got to admit, it's kind of funny.
It is.
Like beware what you wish for. Pay to play. I mean, this gives pay to play a completely different meaning.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Play the field. You're going to pay now.
So what's this say right here?
Springfield proposal to tow unregistered vehicles sparks debate about financial burden.
Ooh, can we take credit for that?
I'm going to say probably. Yeah.
Can we?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember the Springfield Blues?
Yes.
We were talking about that, how we couldn't afford to register,
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, we were talking about it because it's true.
It is true.
I'm not saying at some point that it's not okay to do this.
Right.
And I do know that the police chief came out and said, listen, this is just another tool in the bag for the officers. And I get that too. But here's the problem. People are people are people.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have an officer that's having a bad day or they got a grudge or whatever, 99% of the officers are probably going to be good with it. But it only takes that one bad one to start, what do you call it?
I guess it just depends on what mood they're in. I mean, that's how I would be about. I mean, I don't know.
Right, and I think there's too much flexibility in the law that way.
Yeah, and I think if I was a cop, I would be feeling the same way.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's two definitive sides to this,
is.
but right now, I do think that it's a burden to.
It is. I mean, with the
people-
way the economy is, and
Right.
it's a struggle even for the working man. I know this because I'm a working man.
Well, exactly. The working men and women of this country
Yes.
have it very hard right now.
We do.
$6 for 12 eggs.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Have you seen the prices of meat lately?
it's crazy.
Now,
Off
do you
the-
remember when we were doing the old show
Yeah.
and we talked about it? We're like, the price of meat is going to go up. It's going to go up because the UN agenda,
Yes.
2021, you remember that, or
Yeah.
2020?
Yep.
In there was a roadmap, and it said they were going to do exactly what's happening right now. They were going to flood the United States.
Yeah, it was Agenda 2130 we talked about.
But now it's 2130. Back then,
Yeah.
I think it was 2020 or 2018, or I don't remember.
It was 2130.
No, that's the new one.
Okay.
There was I think 2120, and then they jumped ahead 10 years. It's like they're sustainable objective goals,
Right.
but the American people just can't keep doing it.
No.
We've seen a little bit of relief at the fuel pump.
Yeah.
Okay, but I
But
think
it keeps going. It's more like it's stalemate right now.
up, down, up, down. Yeah, and it's only by 4 cents, 5
Yeah.
cents. Yeah. So I want to see something happen with that, and I do think something will happen with that. I especially think something's going to happen with that when Russia and Ukraine can knock their shit off and come together and stop letting people die.
Right.
I think that's going to bring some normalcy back to things where we will see the flow of products and things come in ways that will lower them. What do you think?
I agree. Everything else, I think what you said, that's going to help prices fall back in line.
Oh, absolutely. Did you have a story that you wanted to talk about today?
Yeah, I wanted to do a wintertime funny story. I hear it happened here in Springfield, Missouri. So-
Wintertime fun time type?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We're not talking about like the OnlyFans Lily Phillips type story.
Nah, not that kind of story. But
Okay.
This one will go downhill, though.
Okay.
All right. Here's a funny winter story from Springfield, Missouri. A few years back, after a big snowstorm, a local guy decided to take his kayak, yes, a kayak, down one of the steepest hills in town. He figured if it worked on water, why not snow?
Right.
So he bundled up, grabbed his kayak, and climbed to the top of the big hill near his neighborhood. A few friends gathered to watch, laughing but also a little curious to see if it would actually work. He pushed off, and at first it was glorious, smooth sailing, picking up speed, flying past sledders like a winter Olympian. Then he hit a hidden speed bump. The kayak went airborne. He lost his grip, and the next thing he knew, he was rolling down the hill while his kayak kept going straight into a snowman a kid had just built at the bottom of the hill. The snowman exploded on impact. The kid burst into tears, and the guy had to buy him a hot chocolate as an apology. Now, every time it snows in Springfield, his friends ask him if he's bringing out the kayak again. That's a nice little story.
It's actually kind of cool. Where I'm from, we have a ski jump.
Right.
You know what a ski jump is?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so ski jumps, I don't think there is any in Missouri.
I don't think of any.
They're really, really tall, and they fly off of them, and they go through the air to almost the bottom of the hill. But you can't really understand how big they are until you've been to one.
Right.
Well, where I come from, we had a few guys that had a few too many drinks, and they took a canoe, and they actually went off of it.
Oh.
Yeah, and out of the whole thing, there was like one broken wrist and one broken leg, but all three of them lived. What do you think of that?
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
It was a wild ride, I'm sure.
It is, and it is Friday. It's going to be wild tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We love you guys. Thank you for
Love y'all.
listening. Morning Crankers. Remember, check out morningcrankers.com. And if you want to talk to us, morningcrankers@gmail.com.
And check us out on YouTube and Spreaker and all your other places.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Enjoy your weekend. See you on Monday, gang.